while since I've been around, a couple of months now. So I figured it was kind of high time I came on and did an update, because I had a few of you asking where I am. So yes, I'm still here. I haven't dropped off the face of the earth. I've just been a little bit busy dealing with some stuff. I think the last time I came on was in December, and yeah, there's been a few things going on since then. Most notably that I had my consult with the gyno in March regarding my histosurgery, and it was all go. Had all the examinations and scans and signed all the paperwork, got a date for the surgery which was supposed to be in July, and then last week I got a letter from the hospital stating that they were not going to perform the surgery at the hospital. The excuse they gave me was that because I'm not a participant in a formal gender reassignment program, which is kind of funny because there actually is no such thing in my state at all, and it is not a legal requirement that I participate in one in order to get surgery. So there's a bit of kerfuffle going on about that at the moment. I'm having to actually go through another hospital and hope that they will do it. I'm also kind of been on the phone the last few days to Equal Opportunities Commission and the Health Consumers Council, filing formal complaints against the hospital for discrimination and that kind of stuff, because they actually gave my doctor a completely different reason for not wanting to do the surgery, which is essentially, no, we're just not going to do it because we don't want to do a trans person, basically. So they really don't have a legal leg to stand on, and they do not have a valid reason for not performing the surgery, and personally I'm just not going to let that slide. It's discriminatory and grossly unfair, so yep, I'm going to let them know about it. Anyway, so this other hospital that I'm hoping to go through, I saw my doctor yesterday and she's putting a referral through to them. So fingers crossed I will have that sorted and have a histo by the end of the year, because it's really starting to piss me off that it's taking so long to get things done, but what can I say, that's the system here, I guess. Yeah, okay, so other things in my transition that's happened since the last time I was here. Yeah, that's probably the biggest one. I've still been doing a lot of psychological work, putting things together in my head, more or less, like where I stand on gender and just different aspects around expression of my gender and stuff like that, which may or may not fit the norm. And I'm discovering I quite like being outside the box, but yeah, that's just me, I guess, and we won't go there. Other than that, yeah, aside from the dysphoria getting worse the longer I'm on T, everything else is going pretty well. And yeah, other than that, there's really not a lot to report, I guess. As you can see, I've got a lot more facial hair than I had before. I've got a nice little mo going and some chops happening and underneath as well, so I'm pretty happy with that. It'll be 2 years in May that I've been on T, and my voice is actually still changing and settling. I'm starting to get back into my singing now though, because it's actually I'm starting to get a bit of volume and depth back into it, which I lost for a while it was changing quite rapidly for quite a long time. You know, lots of changes in short spaces, and then it would stop for a bit and then it would start again. I haven't actually sung very much at all for the last year and a half, but I've been doing vocal exercises because, as I think I've mentioned before in other videos, being a singer, I did want to try and keep, you know, a fairly good range and be able to keep singing, because that's very important to me. I've started in the last couple of months probably singing again, and kind of working my way around, feeling my way around my new range and working out how to use it and what I can actually sing, which has been very interesting, because I used to have like a 4+ octave range, and surprisingly enough I've still got quite a large range. It's not quite as big at the moment, but I'm actually thinking it may come back to that kind of range as my voice keeps settling and as I actually work it and find my new range and settle it in. Yeah, my voice is, I'm sort of kind of stunned a bit actually, because it's been nearly 2 years that I've been on T and I'm still hearing changes in my voice. It's kind of cool though. It's not sounding that great at the moment because I have got a bit of a cold, but you get that. It is kind of coming into winter here, so and I'm the silly bastard that tends to go around barefoot regardless of the weather. So, yeah, so I'm really glad that I can get back into singing because I do enjoy it. I've been messing around with a little bit of writing and kind of composing as well, which is great. And I've been chasing up like other trans guys who are singers as well, and listening to them. And a couple of my favourites at the moment is Coyote Grace. I really love listening to them. And also there is a guy who's he's an Australian guy that I am friends with on Facebook, and if you look him up on YouTube, his name's James Butterworth. He's just released an album not long ago called Forget to Breathe, and he's really cool, brilliant singer and guitarist, awesome lyrics. Yeah, check him out. And yeah, so I've been having a lot of fun with music, and a bit of writing stories and stuff as well, and haven't been doing much work. I've had a few family dramas and kind of had to put the work on the back burner to deal with those, but hopefully that's done with for the time being at least. It's starting to become a bit too much of a regular occurrence for my liking that DCP fucks it up, comes running to me going, oh, how do we fix it? And when I tell them how to fix it, they completely ignore everything I've said and then go do whatever they were going to do in the first place, and then come running to me wondering why it doesn't work. So it's kind of like, no guys, you made the mess, you clean it up, it's nothing to do with me, don't ask. So I've had to sort of step back and put that wall up and say, no, don't look at me, I'm not going to fix your shit. But I had to do that for my own sanity, if nothing else. That and the fact that it was really negatively impacting on the stability in my household for my boys as well. And my boys are doing really well as well, which I don't want to disturb them at the moment, because my eldest boy is finally got his shit together and finishing off his high school education at TAFE. He's been trying to do that for 3 years running, and it's only this year that he's gone to a different school and got different teachers and different students in the class and a different way of actually delivering the education, and he's thriving on it. He's got one more term to go, and then he's actually going to try and apply for the police course because he wants to train to be a police officer, which is great because he's actually got something to aim at for the first time in a long time. And so what else? Yeah, my middle son is quite a phenomenal artist. He's just had testing recently for a visual arts gifted and talented program at his school, and they had a competition for the movie How to Train Your Dragon, and it was a drawing contest where you had to draw a dragon, and he won that. And I saw, his artwork was actually published in the newspaper, and it's pretty scary good for an 11-year-old. It doesn't look like a kid drew it, but I can vouch for the fact that it is his original work, and he's got goals. He wants to eventually travel to Japan and study at the Animanga art schools over there and become an artist on Animanga stuff, and I reckon he'll do it. He does have a DeviantArt webpage. If anyone's interested in looking at that, just drop me a message. I'm not going to give his website out on here. So yeah, if you're interested, drop me a line and I'll tell you where to look for him, what his username is and stuff. yeah, other than that, it's been pretty quiet. Not a lot of dramas other than the family stuff. Yeah, as I said, I haven't really done a lot of work. I've done a lot of thinking and kind of been able to just kick back and dabble in the stuff I like doing, like my spinning and crafts and knitting and stuff. And yeah, so I think that's really all there is to tell. So I guess, yeah, the next time I come on here, it'll be to update on the situation with the hospitals and the whole histo thing, and sort of see how that's going. But yeah, for now, that's really it. So I'll see you next time, guys. Take care.